Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to the HomeHappy podcast. We want to talk about three things that, and maybe more, of ways that parents can help their kids get into their first home. A really topical piece. I think the majority of Canadians now buying homes have some kind of help from their parents usually, because it's such a tough nut to crack. And we wanted to cover that a little bit to give you some good tips that you can help your kids with. Clink, I'll start off with you. Let's talk about just the most basic one, which is guaranteeing or co-signing for your kids on a mortgage.
Yeah, so that's definitely a way that parents can contribute and help their kids achieve a home or get a home sooner. So if kids don't qualify on their own due to income or credit score, debt ratios, you name it, parents can co-sign on their mortgage. So the parent's income and the credit will boost that application. So essentially secure an approval, right, for those kids, the couple. Why does this help? I quickly want to touch on those points. So kids can qualify for a home that they wouldn't get on their own. So that's, of course, the biggest one. Helps them build their credit as well and financial independence faster. And then number three, parents are not required to provide cash upfront. So in case they don't want to touch that equity on their home. Now, a really important point here is that if at some point in time, or if the parents are scared that, oh my gosh, I'm going to go on the mortgage and then that's going to, kind of put how much I can borrow or this or that. One thing to know, and it happened to me and it happened to other couples as well, is that essentially at some point we'll do a review of this mortgage as we take care of all of our clients' mortgage. And if the kids qualify on their own, we can remove the parents, right, Mike? So that is a solution that just for parents to be aware of. You can help them co-signing, and at some point, if you want, the parents can be removed as well. And who is it for? So parents who have strong credit and income and can help the kids benefit by achieving their home sooner.
Yeah, it's the most known thing, I think, for most people that they can help their kids. However, they're also probably, hesitant, like you said, to sign on to a $500,000 or $600,000 mortgage. That's scary by itself, let alone as your kids are going to make the payments. So sometimes what we suggest is looking at a different solution, which is to help them with the down payment so that they have to qualify for a smaller mortgage. And that way you're not co-signing the $500,000 mortgage, but perhaps you're taking some equity out either from a line of credit on your home or other solutions, which we can talk about. That would allow you to gift your kids, say, $100,000. Now they can afford to qualify on their own. You're not co-signing that mortgage, and you are on the hook for $100,000, but that's a lot, smaller than $500,000. So it's a different solution. We also have some interesting like reverse mortgage types where it's no payment options. So you could take out the money from your home using your equity. You don't have to make any payments. Your kids could make payments on it if you wanted them to pay the interest, that kind of thing. All that can be arranged. But it's just worth discussing that there are different options for the parents to know that they can help their kids. Dallas, what do you think from an advice point of view? What do you think we should be talking to parents about?
Well, the big thing for me, this is the kicker that always gets me. When a parent is co-signing and we're going to go do a home inspection, the parents are now incredibly knowledgeable in homes when it comes to plumbing, electrical. So for me, it's always good to warn the parents, yes, we're going to find some issues with the home. And don't kill the deal because you guys are experts in home inspections. Yeah, we see it more often than not. It's really a big hang up. So my job is to definitely mitigate that.
Yeah.
I would think for your, obviously kids if they're first time buyers, first time they've done this, it's all new to them. I know that we do it, you guys do it in terms of education and trying to bring them up to speed on the things that are important and what they need to focus on, like probably a professional inspector for one. But the other side of that is also not to make kind of those standard first timer mistakes. Can you talk a bit about that?
What do you mean by first timer mistakes?
Well, just like, some people will go and they'll find one place they fall in love with and now they want it no matter what. And it's probably not the best buy because, there's other things on the market that might be better. A lot of young people want the perfect place. They want it to look perfect. They don't even think about how they could paint it. And so they kind of lose out on buying the one that's not selling as well, and they could probably get for a better deal. I was just
Yeah,
thinking about that kind of.
that comes down to our expertise too, and myself and Becky opening our mouth and saying, I think there's better options out there. If this is the one for you, great. But let's go explore some other homes and see what's out there. We're always going to give our honest opinion on a home through the whole course of the transaction.
Yeah, and that's why we love working with you guys. We're the same way. We're going to give honest opinions and objective opinions, and it's just, you want that on your team when you're going out there, because you want to have somebody who can say, I don't know what you're seeing, but this isn't like the perfect place. There's other places.
Yeah. And here's another thing. At the same time, I can't be crushing their dreams either. So if this is the house that they love, I've got into homes and I literally said, I remember when I first started, let's get out of here. And they said, I want to make an offer. And they turned it into their dream house. So it's not for me as well to decide what the client wants to buy.
Absolutely.
It's up to them. If they see the potential in it, I can give them my opinions. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of the captain of the ship, but they own the ship. So they get to decide where we go.
And that also applies to parents being involved with purchasing for their, like, helping their kids purchase their place. I mean, don't look at the place like you're going to buy it. It's for your kids. So
I could even talk about that. Yeah. The parents, of course, they want to help. They have experience as well. But at the end of the day, if it's for the kids, if it's their lifestyle in their era and age, right? So it's important to listen, but to take everything, slowly and with your lifestyle as well, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I understand their point of view. Like, if they're throwing
100%.
They want to make sure that they're getting a solid home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And priorities as well. The kids will have different priorities than what the parents had. So it all goes into account for sure.
Yeah. They might want a perfect garden, and the kids are like, I don't want a garden. I don't want anything to do with a garden. Well, that's great. Why don't we wrap it there? There's always lots more advice that we can give, but we prefer to do it on a one-on-one basis where we're actually talking to the person and being able to help them on their specific journey. But we're here to help. Dallas from the Hilbert and Crick team, and also Kalinka and I from the HomeHappy team. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again soon.